The following program is rated mature. It may contain strong, coarse language, violence, and other mature content not appropriate for children under 17. The views expressed in this program may not represent those of this cable station or its employees.
It's 9 o'clock on a Friday night, so grab a seat and you just might see something really great. You've got the time, it's not too late to watch a show that will give you laughs and chills and thrills. There's nothing that they haven't tried, 'cause everything tastes great when it's deep fried. So lock your doors and sit right down. There is no better place to go, 'cause it's time for the Not So Late Show.
Hi, Brad. Yeah, they're here too. All four of them. Jay.
Yeah, but what?
We're live again.
If I'm not talking much, that means you got to pick up the slack,
Yeah.
sucker.
So,
Why me? I'm the quiet one. I'm the silent Bob of
Not
the group.
tonight.
I'm the silent Bob of the group.
I'm the
Come on.
one that just comes up with crap to react to things. So somebody's got to do something.
Well, that's going to make tech news go real quick then.
Right.
New stuff came out. They're shiny. It's fast.
Well, let me explain.
Done.
That's basically... Brad's dying, folks.
Yes.
Hopefully not soon,
He
but
has
this
herpes.
past I'm not definitely not. But I am on the
He has
mend
syphilis. Slight anal bleeding.
I didn't have Chinese, so no.
And ingrown toenail.
Not anymore.
Gonna
You lost an
herpesiphalage.
eyelash.
Oh.
Totally.
Oh, damn
No.
it. I knew it was that.
I had the flu this past week. So I am
Stomach or just normal?
that was the one thankful thing about it. No, like, surprisingly, and this is how you knew I was sick. For about a week, I just wasn't hungry. So
My friend called the flu the miracle diet. It's just lose 12 pounds in a
I
week.
forced myself to eat because otherwise,
Well, you have to.
yeah. But it was no, it was pretty brutal, and thankfully, no like.
Yeah.
I mean, some little, but
Don't. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
good description.
Yeah. A little.
But no.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I had the stomach flu last year.
Uh huh.
Do you guys know about that?
Oh,
You guys had to have known about that.
you weren't here.
Yeah.
You weren't here for like a month.
Well, you were here. You're like, I gotta go home.
Well, I had no voice after it was all said and done.
Which end did it come out?
Both.
Oh.
Yeah. So, mine was a very expedient way of having ear flu. You know,
How long will it last?
about 24 hours.
Oh,
And the best part about mine was my sister called me and said, I have the flu. I know you're working from home today. And I was over at Brittany's. By the way, I shit all over her bathroom.
Couldn't even aim for the toilet.
I was throwing up. I was already aiming.
Oh.
Yeah, I cleaned her entire bathroom after doing all of that.
actually, you burned it and rebuilt it.
Yeah, well, we don't tell her that.
Well.
And so feeling the way I do, you know, like I could either throw up or completely shit myself at any moment.
Not now.
No, now I'm
Oh,
fine.
good.
Now I'm fine. I made it to Walgreens or CVS or one of those stores.
Yay.
It was a blur. Mm-hmm. I got her ginger ale.
That's good that it was a blur. You're like, oh, is that light red or green? Ah!
Threw 3 times on the way home. And
Nice.
clenched my butthole as tight as I could possibly do it.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Made it home, and my sister took one look at me, and she's like, I did not mean for you to go get me ginger ale if you felt like that. Because I couldn't lift up the
Right.
the ginger ale, so I just dropped it, dunk, on the floor.
Oh,
I was like,
man.
it's yours. And then, yeah, I proceeded to vomit for the next 8 hours.
Yeah, it was brutal. I was working on.
Welcome to the Not So Late Show.
Yeah, I was working on a project that I was uniquely. I was in a position where I was the only person who would be able to complete it in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So that was miserable. On Tuesday, driving home, I had to pull over a couple times because the road started spinning.
That's fun.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
not.
the fever.
Yeah, 100. It got up to 104 at work one day. I was
Yeah,
like,
you took a picture of that.
Well, that was on like Monday. I'm like, 101 and a half, and little did I know it was like, and the flu's like, I'm just getting started. So that was miserable. So if I'm a little low key tonight, that's why
You just don't have your energy.
I do not.
You had enough energy to eat the ice cream. Enough energy to cough into
So,
the mic.
yeah. Well, into my shirt, so I did.
No, that was right into the mic.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You're welcome. I guess.
I thought your speakers at home would be safe on your TV. I was.
You know,
wrong.
I would mute it, but the button's taped over.
And I think that you would actually, gave people the flu from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just went through the TV.
You're welcome, everyone at home.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, so that was my past week. Actually, no. Well, I partially take that back because on when did this past Saturday, Jay and I.
Are you sure it was Saturday?
I wasn't there.
When did we see The Force Awakens?
Saturday.
Oh, god damn it, people!
His
All right.
brain is in a weakened state. I can finally fuck with him.
All right,
Count it.
all right. This past Saturday,
Maybe.
melon farmers saw
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens.
What did you think?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10.
What did you think about Darth Tantrum?
Didn't overly bother me. It was probably the weakest character.
Now is Doug here? Doug, can
Yes,
you? Doug, can?
Doug is in the building.
No spoilers. We're not gonna do any spoilers tonight. No spoilers.
I thought.
You got to remember, just saying The Force Awakens on Doug makes sure. Oh God, that's a spoiler. I know the title of the movie now. Don't tell me how long it is.
2 hours and 16 minutes. Eat it.
Oh God, I'm spoiling it.
So Doug, just don't watch the TV right now.
Yeah.
You can listen. I'm not going to spoil it with sound. So you have Jedi.
Uh-huh.
You have Sith, right?
Uh-huh.
You have Darth Tantrum.
Uh-huh.
And then you have the trainees.
Sure.
All that stuff. I thought they did a good job setting up that he's really powerful,
Uh-huh.
but he still has a lot to go.
Oh yeah.
I thought they did a really good job at that.
I thought they did too. I mean, I thought in general it was the weakest character. There were a couple things that stood out to me. Rob nailed one of them on the head, and
Yay! What did I nail?
Doug, I'm not spoiling anything
That
for you
Luke,
here.
Luke Skywalker was in it.
No,
That-
Don't spoil it.
That Harrison Ford, not Han Solo, was in it.
no. That all of a sudden in this movie, that this is the first time he has ever used Chewie's weapon.
Yeah, but then
No. What do you mean? Yeah. No, because he's like, well, I kind of like this thing.
Well, that's because it's a running gag from like the first movie. He said that gun's stupid.
We're right, but I find
I
it.
never said that.
Yeah, I think he did.
No, I didn't.
Well, anyways, I find it implausible
That he's never had to pick it up.
that he's never used it in the umpteen years he's been alive and been
like
traveling
40
the universe
years.
with Chewie.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, so that's what that thing is that you're carrying around. It's a gun.
I was wondering why you were going pew pew at people
This
and they were
is
dying.
kind of nice. That was. That's my one pet peeve. If that's my one pet peeve, that's not too bad. There was.
I wish I had a camera and a microphone in here because he's got his fingers in his ears and he's whistling.
Okay, well, you can unplug your ears because it's now Star Wars Episode 8.
Sure.
They-
Which has been pushed back to December 20.
Gee, I wonder why.
Well, for one, it makes sense because now, if you're in May, which they would have done prior, you'd have been starting to go up against the summer blockbusters. If
Right.
you're in December,
Which, by the way, Disney owns Star Wars, and Disney also owns Marvel, which does a lot of summer blockbuster movies.
right? So why
So
compete
they're-
with yourself?
Exactly.
So, but by doing it in December, you usually have a clean sweep because December is like the dumping ground.
It's either
generally.
Oscar nom stuff, or
Right, it's basically people trying to get movies out in the theaters just so
Just
they get
so
them
people can
to
see them during the
Oscars.
holidays, yeah.
Basically, like the movies that are lower budget, like think of it like The Hateful Eight or something like that. They
Right.
want to get in people's recent memory, so when Oscar voting comes up, they'll
remember.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or
So you don't get the best of the. You get good stuff.
Yeah.
You just don't get the best stuff.
but the interesting thing is by putting it in the December ground, where they basically have run of the roost for
Right.
a month and a half. In 2017, they're going up against Avatar 2.
They are.
That is interesting.
Actually, they're not.
Did they move?
Really? Did they move Avatar?
Did
Avatar has been postponed indefinitely. They haven't put out a release date.
Oh,
Really?
Cameron chickened out.
When did they postpone?
When did this come out? This came out today.
Oh, what? That Avatar postponed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Without a new release date.
Yeah. AKA.
They're like, oh, screw this. I can't, because they know that Star Wars, as good as Avatar was, they're, the reason people went to see Avatar is like, all right, cool. You were capturing a lot of that Star Wars universe. But in the world of loyalties between Star Wars and Avatar, Star Wars will always win.
See, you think that.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, in America, it will win. Internationally, Avatar completely blew up. That's where it made the brunt of its money.
Sure.
Now, Star Wars is pretty much 50-50. Now you take 50% of that 50-50 and just diminish it by half.
Right.
Because they're going to go see Avatar.
Right.
So, granted, this is not...
So, I suspect...
Your 1 billion international is now going to become 500 million. That's a big drop to take.
I would not be surprised if we see Avatar drop in, like, February, a couple months later, February or something like that.
February would be a great time.
Right.
Because there's nothing that really comes up until, like, March.
Right, exactly. Because everyone's going to be waiting for, the
blockbusters, and they'll be like, oh my god, Avatar's starting it off.
Right. But that would have been amazing if it was in May, because you're talking the end of this year, we're going to see Rogue One.
Yes.
So that, after seeing how well Star Wars, this Star Wars movie was treated.
Now, did you say that's coming up in May?
What? No. No, say if it was originally like that May release, it would have only been 6 months between Star Wars movies with Rogue One coming out.
Which I wouldn't complain about.
No, that would have been freaking amazing. but it looks like if
it's December,
it's
December,
December, it's a Christmas present every year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the lightsaber under my tree.
Yes, it is. That's what she said.
Yeah, she did say that.
She did.
Yeah.
So only authentic replicas.
Yes. So you liked it?
I did.
Even the rehashing bits?
That was, I can live with it.
Doug, go see the movie so we can talk about this.
All right, so
you want me to throw him out of the room?
No, Doug, there's no spoilers in here.
It's hard enough to get him in the room with us.
No, there's no spoilers, but there was decent fan service.
There was,
but some of it.
This is difficult to talk about without specifically.
Well,
saying
no, it's
things.
not. It's not. It's not because what I'm trying to say is
they had it was very well balanced.
It was fairly well balanced, but they put a lot in there to have people come in out of the blue as if this is a new universe for people.
Right.
I think Star Wars is almost unique in that you don't have to do as much of it as they did.
Right.
Because there is so much out there, and frankly, if you're going to go see Star Wars in the theater, you've already seen. Sorry, spoiler, Doug. This is all. There's other episodes of Star Wars. That's a spoiler.
What?
That's it.
The one thing that
no, so you've already seen the other episodes of Star Wars, so you don't need as much of an introduction to the characters necessarily.
And a very small bit of the movie that I will talk about in detail, which ruins absolutely none of the plot or anything.
Doug doesn't care.
The bread.
Yes,
was real.
Really?
That was not CGI. That was not.
It was
tomfoolery. No, it was real.
Really?
Yes. It was a physical effect. They found a way to.
I can't say this out loud. It's a piece of fan service.
So, hold on. What does it say?
You can't read it out loud either.
I did not.
No.
Okay, I did.
Oh wait, no, yeah, I did.
I remember that.
I remember that.
I don't even know what he talking about.
Yeah, because I got a little chuckle out of it.
I don't even know what he was talking about there.
I groaned. I thought that was
What is it?
It was kind of like, really, after 40 years still?
I can't. I won't talk about it. But
Okay.
it's just a little nod.
Okay.
But yeah, the bread.
I'll get back to that later.
Yeah,
Sure.
so that didn't work at all.
Okay.
But thanks for trying. It was funny for me to watch.
You remember in the beginning when Luke is pew pew with the little baseball?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
Oh.
That was it.
Oh, all right.
Anyways, Yeah, the bread was real. It was a real practical effect. They found a way to make bread literally instantly make like that.
Interesting.
They said, it's not tasty, but it technically is bread.
Technically.
Which,
Sure.
what that says to me
Uh-huh.
is if they can actually make edible bread
Uh-huh.
for a movie
Uh-huh.
that's done,
Uh-huh.
just imagine if like somebody that actually works in like the food industry and like tries to
Yeah.
figure out ways to rejigger things to make it.
Because what I thought they did for that whole thing was I thought they filmed it and played it in reverse, and like they just had something that just melted into the liquid.
Like kind of like cotton candy.
Yeah.
No, it was a practical. It was real
'Cause
bread.
that would have looked probably the same.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But they found a way to make it
Well,
real.
la-ti-da.
Isn't that amazing?
It's interesting.
I just think that if they could actually figure out a way to do that with real food, which now that you know that they can do something like that,
Sure.
we probably aren't that far away from
I'm
it.
pretty sure it's a baking soda and vinegar fountain.
No, it's real bread.
Well, sure, you can have vinegar-soaked bread. Tastes awful. It's a baking soda bread, and you put vinegar in.
Either way,
Ruined.
I just thought that once I found out that was a practical effect,
All right.
I thought that if they could actually start to make real food like that, it'd be really very interesting.
I guess so.
Yeah,
Sure.
it would be like the Back to the Future, just instant pizza.
Da, da, da.
You don't have it in you today.
Nope.
Oh, I like it. I like the theme.
All right, fine.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, so saw Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was good. You know what? I really didn't think I would actually get as excited for the movie as I did when I saw it. But this past week, saw the trailer for the Suicide Squad.
Oh my God! Yeah, right.
The
The first trailer.
yeah.
I think they even had a second one.
Yeah.
Which I don't even remember. Which
The
means
teaser trailer, basically.
Yeah. So they had a teaser.
Sure.
Then they had the like a full length one.
Yep.
Then they were like, here is the
Official
official
trailer.
trailer. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
All
on
right.
board. Jay, do you see it? It's amazing.
Like, so after you're done watching our show tonight, go on YouTube, search
And watch
for
and go to
Suicide
NSL's TV.
The website's on fire.
Oh.
Search for Suicide Squad trailer.
And find the 2-minute and 31-second one.
Yeah, it's really
seems a lot- it seems a lot-
It's to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
And it's amazing. It's really like one of the best trailers I've ever seen.
Yes. It actually builds.
Yeah.
Like the whole way, and then just like drops off.
Yeah.
Just like a movie would. Like,
But it's like to the
it
music.
has a cliff. Yeah.
But it's to the music, but not in an overt over
we're
the
doing
top
it
way.
to the music.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
It's like
the best. Like if there was an award show for trailers, and there probably is, this
Star
should
Wars
win the grand prize.
Star Wars Phantom Menace because it fooled everybody. And then Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Yep. I'll go with that.
But yeah, it's my sister texted me and said I want to see this.
Yeah.
My sister doesn't go to see any comic book movies.
And she banned you from her phone because she hates you.
I know.
She actually reached out to you just to tell you that.
She did. She said
It's
I
amazing.
hate you, but I want to go see this
Suicide
movie.
Squad bringing families back together.
Yes.
Yes. So did you do anything else this week?
Just the normal crap. Just worked and
Fair enough. A lot of world domination.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Jay? All right. Fantastic.
What'd you do this week? Did you go see Star Wars on Saturday?
No.
You weren't there with Brad? Brad, you were hallucinating Jay.
Entirely possible.
Okay.
Well, on the plus side, you know, it's funny. We were on the show last week, and I was kind of recovering from a cold at that point, and I was bitching about the fact that I couldn't do a good radio voice. So it's like that's the one good thing you look forward to. And recovering from a cold is getting like good radio voice.
You really don't have a good radio voice still, though.
Maybe if I could get some Kleenex. No.
No.
Not here.
You don't have the bass. You don't have the...
Bass.
No.
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 Be sure to watch the Not So Late Show.
Okay, there's radio voice and there's a Casey Kasem impression.
Hi, I'm Casey Kasem. I can do a killer Casey Kasem.
Yeah, but can you still do Scooby or Shaggy?
Silly Scoob! What are we gonna do?
He's fine.
He's all right. Yeah, you're faking it.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's about a rumor I heard.
13 inches.
Hey, wait. Now, since Brad hallucinated me actually seeing the movie, is it true that Chewbacca's son kills Princess Leia?
No, it's actually his cousin.
Oh, it's a cousin.
Yeah, you know how
Yeah.
like you have Chewbacca, like a brown bear, like a grizzly bear. It's the red panda version.
Like the one from the
Subtle,
holiday special.
subtle differences.
But in a Wookiee...
But it's the one from the holiday
In a
special.
Wookiee, yeah, no,
Oh,
but it was with
No, they committed suicide after that.
yeah, it was with like that bowling pin type thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
there you go.
dead.
Dead.
Leia just laid out.
DRT.
Leia laid out.
Yep.
That's what they should call her. Leia laid out.
Leia laid out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Harrison Ford cried, and Luke said, "Don't worry, I can make her be alive." And he made her like float up and with like the Force, and just kind of hovered her like Bernie, like Weekend at Bernie's. And he's like, do your Leia impression, do your Leia impression, girl that nobody knows, do the Leia impression. She's like, "Oh, I'm Princess Leia, I have buttons in my hair." And then
I
yeah,
can't believe the rebels were actually destroying planets with their own Death Star.
well, they had to.
That was weird.
They were like
was.
Sith. It was like
Yeah.
it was a metaphor for the Salem witch hunt.
It was.
Yeah, Sith.
Yep.
Sith.
Yep.
Sith. That
Yep.
planet's all just cotton candy. Sith.
Yep.
Oh, that one's all just teddy bears. Literally just teddy bears. Not alive, just teddy bears. Sith.
It was such a turn of
It was
events.
that was the cutest thing too.
I don't know how Brad did it, but he actually taped the entire movie in 3D with his iPhone. And I got to watch it.
Well,
on
he
his iPhone.
you had 3 iPhones, right? One in each layer, and you recorded it. Yeah.
Just say yes so that I could go.
Yeah.
See, he can't keep up with me right now.
No.
Just it's gone, Brad. It's gone.
That's because he went from like the full NASA crew.
Now you'll never know it's true.
He went from the full NASA crew working to like just the janitors walking around hitting buttons up in his brain, just like
With that one guy that nobody likes that sits in the corner,
yeah.
just kind of left there. Merle, just
After
kind
this
of.
past week, my brain is just like,
It's on.
I like pie.
It's on repeat. It's on repeat. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in.
Breathe in.
Shit, he's doing something else. Oh no. What do we do?
I don't know.
Stop doing that. Must breathe still.
It's like that Peyton Manning ref commercial or whatever that is. So it's like, did you see the call? No, I didn't see the call. Did you see the call? Okay, let's say it was a passing completion. Your mic's still on. Pass completed.
You do the bobbly ball,
Ball
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my brain right now.
That's a funny commercial.
Yeah, so there you go. Hey, this is an interesting story.
Is it?
It is. New research from the NPD group finds that,
What's the MPD?
I don't know,
Oh, the MPD group.
the
The Naugatuck
NPD.
Police Department.
I'm going to do my best to develop my sick radio voice. Not my sick radio voice, my sick radio voice.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
New research from the NPD group finds that children still spend a surprising amount of time with traditional, non-tech toys. No.
Like the cup with the ball.
I was going for the voice. No, fuck it. All right, anyways.
No.
Parents say 87% of kids between the ages of 0 and 14 engage in some sort kind of traditional play each week, like dolls, board games, and arts and crafts.
I play with
85% take part in technology
Not those kind
play.
of dolls.
But kids increasingly migrate to electronics as they grow, while 88% of preschoolers between ages of 2 and 5 play with traditional toys during a typical week. Only 52% of tweens do. NPD's U.S. toys industry analyst Julie Lennett was taken aback at just how soon very little kids are getting digital.
You're taken back by how soon
Taken
they
aback.
are? By how soon they are?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm surprised they're not born with an iPhone.
Yeah. She said, I was surprised that about 15...
First tweet, born. Ding. First,
yeah. I was
first-
surprised that about 15% of babies ages 0 through 1 are on mobile devices in an average week. She tells Marketing Daily that's about 600,000 babies, and about 33% of preschoolers play games on a mobile device at least once a week.
Those Angry Birds.
Yes.
So wily.
By the way, there's a new game out. Have you gotten it for your iPhone yet?
Probably not. I literally just started playing SimCity again.
Oh, well they have
And they have the ski slopes. What the hell?
they have the Exploding Kittens card game you can get on the iPhone now
Why?
because it's a fun card game.
You explode kittens?
Well, no, if you get an exploding kitten, you lose.
Oh.
But sometimes you can defuse them with a ball of yarn
Really?
and other obscene stuff. Yes. Would you like to play?
Sure.
Well, you have to buy it. It's $2.
I don't want to pay $2 for it.
Do it.
I can't play it on your phone?
No,
No,
well, no,
because you have to play with other
you have to
people.
play with other people. This is my avatar. It's a singing velociraptor with no volume.
Yes, it's so singing.
Oh. That's my
Can I
avatar.
see it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Brad's gone bye-bye.
Yeah.
That's really cute. What was the second one, though?
I have no words.
No.
There's two.
As I go back, he's like,
Right.
oh, he's gone.
Yeah. What else we got? Ooh, it's a party bear. Anyways, it looks to be fun. It's I've been playing with a couple people. It's fun. So there you go. All right, Jay, you want to get the tech news?
Tech news?
Huh?
Tech news.
Your turn.
Oh, okay.
Come on, I'm the one who's supposed to be out of it this week.
No, I've just been entertaining myself.
Okay.
He's on the book of face.
Book of Face?
I really am.
He's on the Book of Face.
Guess what?
Chicken butt.
Couchcations.
You sure you want to?
Nope.
All right.
Nope. Thought about that.
Wait, hold on. Ready? Count it.
I like that.
I'm not sure what.
And he doesn't have the strength to actually hurt me right now.
Challenge accepted.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Too late. You already got it. You're infected.
It just
You're infected.
You have the monkey virus now.
Infected.
Whatever. Bring it.
Infected.
Couchcations.
Yeah.
New ones. 3 new ones.
Do tell, Jay, where are we going this week?
Have you ever,
Hoth.
have you ever heard of Mont Blanc?
Yes, in France.
We.
That's in Australia.
Yeah.
We have that. We have the Great Barrier Reef, and we have Buckingham Palace,
Oh,
which are new.
neither of which are in France.
No.
Australia.
See, I was
New
right.
Zealand.
Kind of ish.
And mighty old England.
Yeah.
Hey, cheap cheerio. I don't know. I'm talking with a stupid Cockney accent.
Wait a minute.
if you've
wait,
never
wait,
seen-
wait. The Great Barrier Reef is in England?
Australia. It's in Australia,
So
mate.
what's in England?
Buckingham Palace.
Then what's in France?
Mont Blanc.
We.
Okay, so go back to Montauban. What's going on?
There you can do it to Couchcation now, and you can see it on Google Street View.
Oh.
And the cool thing is that it's just a mountain of ice that's like this.
So what's the fun of
And
that?
then-
So it's
well,
someone who
you don't have to freeze your balls off and die. Someone did it for
climbed
you.
a mountain with a Google Street View camera on their back.
You know what would be really funny is if you get almost to the top and you just slide all the way back down to the bottom.
Yeah.
And you like keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and no matter how hard you scroll,
And
you
then there's
can't get to the top. You just kind of slowly start going
It
backwards.
really just feels like a metaphor for life.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
That one guy is just gonna
Thanks,
keep
Pat.
trying to get up to the top of Montauban.
Yeah. It's kind of like Google's stupid games for their chili pepper thing.
What?
Yeah, but if you've noticed the Google homepage,
Yeah.
there is a mini game on there celebrating Wilbur Scoville's birthday. I think it's 150th birthday or something like that.
I did not notice that.
He is the guy who came up with the Scoville unit, which is a
Oh.
method for measuring how hot peppers are.
Okay.
So there is a mini game on there where he eats a pepper and then he eats ice cream and then you throw ice cream at the pepper to defeat it. And it is impossibly hard. And the pain in the ass thing is, as soon as you get like 8 levels in or something like that and you get like defeated, you end up having to go back to the very first level. It's like, really? Dick?
No save point.
No save point. Thanks, Google.
Thanks for giving us a free game.
See if I trust your self-driving cars now.
Oh, we dinged something. Gotta go back home
Yeah.
and start over.
Start over.
Get back out of bed. I
Yep.
won't be able to turn on for 20 minutes.
Yep. Okay, Couchcations, what else you got?
Yeah.
Microsoft has come out with a new alarm clock app.
Windows 11.
Oh, I've seen this. It
get-
seems sadistic.
It does. You have to do physical challenges, not like Double Dare, but nonetheless, you have to do physical challenges in order to shut it off.
Okay.
Such as
You wake up, if you don't hit the snooze in time, you get slimed.
Yes. Just never say I don't know around this. That's
Right.
the first thing. Now,
You can't say that on television.
Can't do that on an alarm clock.
That's what she said.
I don't know.
so in order to shut the alarm clock off, you have to do 3 things. One is you
Well,
have to.
you can be one of or a combination of.
Yeah, it
three
depends on
things.
how hard you are to wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm very hard.
One.
that's what she
Good
said.
for you.
Yeah.
One is that you have to make facial expressions at it.
Okay.
So if it says smile, you have to smile at it.
Now,
It
is
says
this on
frown.
your
But it
Connect?
can't be like
No, this is on your phone.
Okay.
so it has like
Windows-
facial recognition. So it can't be
Yeah.
like a half-hearted smile. It has to be like,
Yeah.
So you can't just kind of go.
yeah.
You have to.
You basically have to prove you're awake.
Yeah. You have to find specific colors. So it says you must take a picture of something green.
Okay.
You have to actually get up and take a picture of
find
something
something
green for the alarm to shut off.
Or, like most people are on autopilot, you could just be
Self-destruct mode if you don't do this.
Like, no. Home button twice, swipe up, close.
What? Home twice, swipe up.
Yeah, so you go
Yeah.
into your active apps and you just swipe it up.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, stupid alarm.
So that works too.
Yeah.
But I don't have.
Something feels not completely thought through. So find something
Who says
green.
it's closable? Maybe it just disables every button until you do what it says.
Well, then
It takes your phone hostage.
So it's a Microsoft phone.
Exactly. Well, they developed it. Or the third thing is a tongue twister. Like, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Exactly. You have to say
Peter
it to the
Picked Back
phone.
Pickled Peppers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to say it to the phone in order
Peter
for it to
picked a peck of
deactivate.
peppers.
Peter back to pick back.
Kind of hard to say that to the phone as it's flying through the air.
Son of a-
F you.
There was a screen in that window, right?
You know.
There is now. It's broken.
Oh, there's a hole in it.
No, you need a new one for your phone.
Oh,
It's
Get
a-
it? There's a screen in the window.
I get it.
The rest of your phone continued out through.
Oh,
Insert sad trombone.
Yeah. Happy tuba.
Xbox has announced the latest round of backwards compatible games.
Woo, what are they?
They include.
They are The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. They are Sam and Max Save the World.
Oh yay! I've never heard of that one.
Aegis Wing.
Really? That's an arcade game.
Well, now you can play it on your Xbox One.
Okay.
We have Counter-Strike Go, Age of Booty. That's a real game, evidently. Space Giraffe. Evidently, that's a real game, too. Soul Calibur. I've actually heard of that one. Skullgirls. I don't know what that is.
Skullgirls. Okay.
Jeremy McGrath's Off-Road. Don't know what that is. And Small Arms. So I think it's a T-Rex game.
So no real
maybe.
big games.
So really, pretty much
Well-
nothing.
Well, The Witcher 2 evidently was the biggest one.
So they
But-
bribed a bunch of companies with about $5,000 to make their games backwards compatible, and some guy in an alley was like, "All right."
Yeah,
Yeah, they couldn't do like Call of Duty or something like that.
not yet. Well, it's not up to them. It's up to the publisher
yeah.
and the developer.
Sure.
But here's the cool part. Microsoft has stated that after the February update, which is coming in February,
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah.
you're welcome. There's no solid date. It's just February.
Right.
They said that when a game is backwards compatible ready, they're just going to release it. They're not going to do a release date on it. Like, oh, now these 10 games are available. It's just like, okay, Brad finished this. Now it's available. Okay, Pat finished this one yesterday. Now that's available. And so as it becomes available, it just comes out. There's no waiting for like a certain day every month to be like, yay, we're going to get a release.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. That was nice of them.
But will they tell us when when stuff becomes available?
Probably
oh, yeah.
not.
They're going to let you
Like
know.
they're gonna say, okay, here's like the new games that came out last month.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. You'll probably see like the little icon in your thing. It's like, what's compatible now? It's like, yay, click. Hey, you
Yeah.
can play this stuff.
My list keeps getting bigger though, of like stuff that I can download on my hard drive,
Yeah. it is
which
very
I'm not
cool.
complaining about.
Let's see what else.
Now that I have a 2 terabyte hooked up into it.
Oh, as Brad already alluded to, the game Exploding Kittens is now on iOS.
Yes.
It is coming to Android soon, and it is local multiplayer, so you do not need the interwebs.
You can do it over Bluetooth.
Yes, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connections, and you can just play locally. So the three of us eventually could just play Exploding Kittens for an
Yeah,
hour
but
and
then
a
I
half.
gotta spend $2.
Yeah, but if you spend the $2 now, you get all the expansion packs and the additional avatars now for free.
I have $9 in my Google Play account, so it will cost me nothing.
If you had an iPhone.
Can I borrow 2?
I don't think you can give money through.
No, you
No, you can't. No.
You can't.
What else you got, Jay?
I don't
What
know.
else? He's like, I don't know. I'm just going through Google. What's new?
YouTube is looking to cash in on getting all these Super Bowl ads out much earlier than the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Like tomorrow-ish.
What?
No, not really, but soon.
Oh, well, I was like,
Well, no, because they pay. I mean, unless they want to pay what is it? How much is it now? Wasn't it like $4 million?
It's a lot of money. It's several $1 million per 30 seconds.
So to lose that prime time spot, not to lose
but
it,
not losing it. But
it's going to be spoiling it.
I don't.
Devalue is the word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think so. 'Cause
They're going to have to actually pay more for it.
yeah, I mean, if you there's people who watch for the commercials and people who watch for the game.
I watch for both.
I don't know. Really, if I'm going to the bathroom, I'll go to the bathroom during the game rather than during the commercials.
Doug says it's $5 million.
Is it really $5
It's
million?
up to $5 mil.
Wow.
Well, it's $4 million last year.
Well, that's the real good way to tell. Doug, when you have to take a bathroom break during the Super Bowl.
He doesn't. He has diapers, adult diapers on. I've witnessed this.
That's true.
The Rebels go back to Hoth. No, I'm kidding. Doug's trying to avoid spoilers at all costs. I'm just messing with you.
Oh no, they called it Star Wars again. Damn them.
Yeah.
See, I was kidding before about the, oh God, I know the title of the film, it's ruined. He just said that.
Yeah.
He just said it.
I already had the poster ruined for me.
All right.
There's a lightsaber.
All right.
in it.
No. During the Super Bowl, when you have to go to the bathroom, do you go during the game or during the commercials?
I think during the game.
Yeah. See, and you are probably the biggest sportsman here, and you go during the game. Jay, during the Super Bowl, do you go to the bathroom during the game or the commercials?
I don't. I plan ahead. I go before the game.
And you just hold it?
Dude, bladder control.
I guess. Pat?
Sorry, man. I can tie it in a knot if I have to. I don't care.
You've never worked in a 911 center when all shit breaks loose, have you? You learn how.
I've worked in television where I've had to hold it for about 10 hours at a time. So I've done that.
There you go. Now you know where we're coming from.
Right, but that's not comfortable.
No, but when you gotta do it, you gotta do it.
It's TV. You're watching TV. You don't have to.
Hey, I got money
All
right.
right, Jay. If you had
During the game.
If you had stomach
Definitely during the game.
If you had stomach flu during the game,
Where am I?
At my house.
at
Oh,
Jay's house,
sorry for your couches, my friend.
would you go during
Always
the
just
commercials or the game?
Neither. Just go on the couch.
All right, your house.
Oh, that's my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
During the
use it.
game or the commercials?
Oh, this is tough.
Yeah.
Look at it this way. The odds of you missing a good commercial are fairly high. The odds of you missing a good play in the Super Bowl are fairly slim.
It depends. If it was like the last time the Broncos were in the Super Bowl, I could pretty much go anytime in the second half, or in
Or
the
the first half. Or the
the-
entire game.
Yeah.
second quarter.
Or during a power
But if
outage.
the play was that good, they'll replay it. But for the commercial,
But that is where YouTube comes in.
right? Well, same thing with good plays. But,
So they're actually part of the full advertising gamut with them.
but, then,
Yeah.
but what I think everyone here is absolutely right. Is it just ruins the experience of the game? I mean, I guess there's gonna.
What, the commercials?
Well, no, watching them before the game. It's
Yeah,
kind of like the
because
big
you're like, what's
unveil.
going to happen next?
Although I did end up going on to to vote for the Doritos commercial. For the
Oh, so you
Super
saw
Bowl.
all of them?
I actually saw. Some of them are very, very creative.
Yeah.
And some of them are I can't believe how they got into semifinals. We should submit one next year. I think we can do better. But there's a couple. There's probably about half a dozen, which I don't think we can do better than. But all the rest of those that were like 50 finalists, it's like, really? It got to be someone thought this was funny or this was good writing?
You don't even want to see the other ones that didn't make it.
I know, for real. But I will tell you this: I guarantee you, there is one out of the three which you will definitely choose. It is tremendous.
Okay.
Yeah. So I spoiled a little bit there. So YouTube commercials.
Right, so YouTube, they're trying to get it out there. They're trying to get advertisers to jump on board with this because they proved it last year.
I just realized something.
What?
You guys were in Hawaii for a week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
weeks.
Oh, do I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost?
You kind of do.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think I've retained a tan for that long. I've always been more tan than you.
Yeah, it's true.
You have not always been more tan than Jay.
True.
Yeah.
Jay has also been sitting under a nuclear reactor, but that's
I'm golden delicious.
he's like superpowers.
Any day now.
Any day.
So last year,
Yes.
YouTube had the
2015.
the Budweiser Lost Dog commercial,
Yes.
and they had 18 million views
I was about to say-
before the Super Bowl.
18,000 is pretty
After the Super Bowl aired, it had a total of 30, so they only had 12 million more views after than before.
Right.
So basically, they're trying to get out there and saying, let's get everything going now, because obviously, the more you click, the more they make.
Well, can Budweiser air those god-awful commercials after the Super Bowl or just put them on YouTube instead?
Probably.
What those ones with the Clydesdales and stuff like that?
I mean, I understand they're doing, like, the heartfelt story and all that, but it has gotten...
But it's beer.
One, it's
They're
beer.
trying to give it's America's beer. That's the angle they're always
That's
hitting at.
fine.
Yeah, you can get America with a bald eagle. Okay?
That's like, yeah, it's like, that's like, you know, you get like a picture of like a golden, like a bald eagle above there, like, caca or whatever. No. Niagara Falls, a train rolling across the landscape of the plains.
Somehow next to Niagara Falls.
And then, yeah, next to Niagara Falls. And then all of a sudden it's like Bridgestone tires. I mean,
None of
really.
these things use tires. But
That's what I mean. Like, is the trough where the horse is drinking full of bud or what? I mean, really.
That's how we get them to
Did the
stand
dog
up.
get lost because he got wasted?
It was just
and
completely-
wasted and ran off.
It was
or
just
what?
blitzed,
Yes.
and it was like, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed now.
Yeah.
Poof!
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like those.
Woke up from a bender in somebody else's house.
They don't. Those Budweiser commercials don't feel heartfelt anymore. They feel contrived.
Because they're like, we have to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there are some that just play one commercial one time during Super Bowl and you never see it again.
Such as.
Budweiser, after 9/11. They had one commercial with the Clydesdales at, near Ground Zero. They're on the New Jersey side. They
kind
played
of
it
a
one
special
time.
circumstance.
Yeah, but still, it's been known to happen.
Once. Yeah, yeah. It's called cashing in on a national tragedy.
Well, what did Clint Eastwood do? He
Says
pretty much
you.
did that. He's like, we're not over. It's only our halftime. His big speech from a couple of years ago.
Well, he is now a national tragedy. But anyways,
Clint Eastwood?
he's got a little crazy in his old age.
He's allowed. His son's in Suicide Squad. Looks just like him.
Really?
Yep. No. Talking about the white guy.
Does his wife know? No, Will Smith.
No, he's a minor character, but
Okay.
like you have to pause. Like when you pause it and like look
If
at
you pause it right there, he's in the background. He's the third extra from the left.
No, they show
Yeah.
him, but you were just like, that guy looks familiar,
Yeah.
and then like you find out, oh, that was Clint Eastwood's
Sorry,
son.
hold on. Sir, I'm Googling this, but go on.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it. He's in it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Anyways,
What is your most memorable Super Bowl commercial? Basically, the only one you could probably remember.
I don't get the whole Clint Eastwood thing. I mean, a little. Yeah, obviously, there's resemblance, but all right,
Is he?
sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Most memorable Super Bowl commercials, like I think of all time. I guess. I mean, there's resemblance, but yeah,
He's a young Clint.
sure.
Of course, if you look up young Clint Eastwood and Hugh Jackman,
Huge
they
Jackman.
look almost exactly the same.
Right. Probably most memorable set of Super Bowl commercials.
Oh, it's a set.
Yes, but you'll see where this goes. Budweiser frogs
Oh yeah.
when they were new,
What about the
were
What's
new.
Up dudes?
What that?
not as memorable.
No
Still
good.
good, not as memorable,
But
but wise. See, even now, it's still catchy.
Yeah, do we remember the frogs?
Or the lizards that came
More
after.
than the lizards, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the lizards.
Yeah, well,
I
yeah.
remember the frogs.
It was
Not
like
really
smart
lizards.
alecky lizards on a branch after making fun of the frogs. It was self-reverential. And that was clever for a little bit as well, and they should have killed it, and they kept it going for about twice as long as they should have.
What was it? Hein. Kin.
Yeah. I don't know. But,
Anyways,
yeah. So that was the most memorable set. So now they've gotten to the whole heartfelt beer company Budweiser.
yeah.
No.
See, mine that I remember is the. You guys probably aren't gonna remember this, but it was a Doritos commercial
Okay.
where the guy was like, "He'll know if you ate your Doritos," or you ate his Doritos. And he's like, no, he won't. And he eats one. He goes, Gah! In like the samurai suit that was all Dorito packages. He throws the Doritos at him like a throwing star. That just hit
I
me.
do remember that one.
It was awesome.
Okay, yeah.
It was awesome.
Mainly, I remember the Doritos commercials that were disturbing.
Some of them were...
Like the finger cleaner. Yeah. See, that's all I have to say. It's like, oh dear God,
Yeah.
that's messed up. Yeah.
So wrong.
Yes, it is.
Do you remember that one, Jay?
No, I don't.
Thank God.
It comes out nice and clean. How do you think he gets clean, Jay?
Anyways.
Nope.
All right, so moving on from Super Bowl commercials.
Yes. This is a Rob Pander story, which I told you both about.
Pander Rob. We're gonna do a story to pander to Rob.
Oh, I thought you said Panda Rob.
Well, it could
Panda
be-
Rob. Do we have a picture for
No,
that
you're
too?
Panda Puff. Not me.
I am.
Starting? We're starting?
I'm going to lead in the story, so
Yes.
be ready with your
Okay.
buttons.
Sorry.
So, I don't know if it was
You
Engadget,
and your buttons.
but they came out with the top 8 military aircraft that look like UFOs. So if you ever saw it, you'd be like, that was a fucking UFO, dude.
Well, technically,
It's swamp gas.
unless you can see the call letters, anything's a UFO.
If
Right.
it's unidentified, that's the U part of it.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a flying object.
There's a difference between
UFO.
yo and suspected alien spacecraft.
So these can
True.
be construed as...
Both.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
And because it was a Rob story, I let Rob do a little research and get lots of pretty pictures. 9/10 of all the pictures you're about to see, Rob took himself.
Yep.
No.
No. Yep.
8/10 of the pictures you're about to see, Rob took.
8/10 of one of the
There's only
pictures Rob
three
took
pictures.
himself.
8/10 of one of the
use your
pictures.
one.
None of them, really?
No.
You didn't
I
have
would've used-
one?
I would have used one of Brad's, but I had already deleted it from my phone.
Well, fine.
Well, screw you then.
Yeah.
So these are the top. Oh, actually, Rob added one. So top 9 aircraft that could be mistaken for UFOs.
All right, can I guess?
Okay.
SR-71 Blackbird.
Because you probably read the story.
I did not.
Okay, but you are correct.
Okay.
Yes, SR-71 Blackbird is one.
So,
You're probably screwing up the order they have them in.
do you have?
Well, you're going to see all of them anyhow, so it doesn't.
It's assumably just a order.
Okay.
It's not like
It's-
top 10. It's
No, it's the order that they did it, so that's the order I gave it to Rob. So
All right,
we're actually
SR-71. Of course, the B-2.
so you got 2,
Yep. And the F-117.
3.
Let's see. We'll go.
Don't worry, you're going to see all pictures of this in a minute.
We'll go with what else is gonna look weird. What about the
the Hercules.
No,
Hercules.
but the one with the disc on the KC.
Oh, yeah.
With the radome on top.
Sunshine Band?
No,
Casey and Sun. No.
no.
Good.
But no, that's
And
not one of them.
KC and the X Band.
Yeah. Radar joke.
That was a lame ass radar.
I got it. That was pretty good.
I
Well,
hope to God there is a squadron out there someplace that has that on a T-shirt.
probably.
What?
Casey and the X Band.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Planes.
Trying to think of some others that would be easily mistakable for
The first helicopter.
the
Flying beast! Kill it!
kill it now.
Throw arrows and stakes.
Are we going with only confirmed aircraft?
Well, we have names for all of them, so I'm going to say they're confirmed in one way or another.
What's that, Rob? Okay, all right. Because that was gonna be my next guess.
What's the Aurora?
Something that never existed. Stop asking questions.
Oh,
Pretty
may,
much.
May not.
It's basically what is rumored to be the next gen stealth
And by
plane,
next gen, he means retired 20 years ago.
probably. Although it was seen fairly recently. But the U2.
The band?
You got another one.
The U3?
No.
The X-72?
The Bono.
We're not even going to have to do the story. He's just going to guess them all.
F-22?
Nope.
No.
F-23?
No.
F-92?
No.
I don't know.
All right, so we'll go in the order
You're
that...
just making up numbers.
You really are.
R-
Well,
go-
X-23 was,
R27.
well, X-23, whatever, anyways.
We'll go in the order that I found them. As you just said, the U-2 Dragon Lady,
Yep.
which is that little girl.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
The
That-
Lockheed U-2 Dragon Lady is the elder statesman of the Air Force reconnaissance planes, along with their aeronautical heavyweights like the B-52 Stratofortress, The U-2 is one of the only aircraft employed by the U.S. Air Force for more than 50 years.
Now that doesn't look like a UFO to me.
It doesn't, but when it's flying at 70 or 80,000 feet and it's way up there and it's got that huge-ass wingspan and you can't hear it at all.
And or even another one, all you can see is a silvery object.
Exactly.
Cigar-shaped.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the engines are like right behind the cockpit, if I'm seeing that correctly.
Yeah.
Because my eyes suck.
And a more up-to-date version.
There you Ooh.
It's a more matte finish on that.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
With extended range fuel tanks.
Cool.
And a giant freaking reconnaissance package on the nose.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what she said.
Nice package.
All right, what else you got?
We next have the A-12 ox cart.
Ooh,
That's the
X-Jet.
That's the freaking Blackbird. Yes, this is a precursor to the Blackbird, but it's basically still the Blackbird.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
The A-12 ox cart was another high-altitude spy plane built by Clarence Kelly Johnson and his Lockheed Skunk Works team. Like the U-2 before it, the A-12 was designed to fly high and fast in order to stay out of the range of the Soviet missile defenses.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's basically the precursor to the SR-71.
It's also the plane that the X-Men fly.
Yeah, basically.
And the next one is the SR-71.
Yeah, so the
Blackbird.
SR-71, this is just basically the Ox Cart program was essentially the prototype to the SR-71.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. What else you got?
Well, I was going to read the blurb
Another
about it.
SR-71.
Oh, there you go. So,
That is just
I don't.
sexy.
Jay,
what?
you're reading it like a history teacher and people aren't going to sleep.
And?
We don't need to fill that much time.
Well,
Would you rather have Doug read it?
No.
I mean, he might make something
Doug
up.
can come out here and read it if I can tell him one thing about Star Wars.
No.
Okay.
Han Solo's in it.
There are stars in it.
Well, all right.
And a little wars.
This is arguably the best aircraft that the Air Force, that the United States in general has ever made. Reaches Mach 3, can fly at 70,000 plus feet above ye ground. And let's see.
Would any of
It's
these...
fast,
No, it can't evade surface-to-air missiles. It just outruns them.
pretty much.
That's how fast it goes.
Now, can I
It's
ask,
just like, no,
can I ask a question for Rob, Jay, and or Brad?
And
Have
probably,
sex with it? Yes.
have you already?
No. I haven't had the pleasure.
Would any of these planes actually be able to break the atmosphere?
You mean to space?
Yes.
No. Because what happens is, like, you lose all aerodynamic...
You lose
These,
all
these
their-
essentially have, like... it's pretty close to ramjet. It's not quite a ramjet, but it sort of follows those principles. So what a ramjet is sort of like a compression of atmosphere into there in really thin atmosphere. But, and depending on... Those cones can actually move in and out of the engines.
I think there's an F-16 behind this one.
There might be. I think it looks like it's on fire.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
you've been looking at the landing gear.
Yeah, that too. But no. So as soon as it, like, there's too little atmosphere, like it needs that to generate lift.
Yeah.
It's not like a rocket engine where it's just generating
It's-
expanding gases that are gonna go up
push
behind
you
it.
straight through
You
it.
still need an oxidizer for the fuel, aka oxygen from the
So basically, you're
atmosphere.
going to get so high that you just kind of start to fall back down.
Right, or you completely lose aerodynamic control and,
And you
spiral
start
out of
spinning.
control, and the G-force breaks the plane apart in a minute.
Either one.
and kills everyone.
I like to think
in
I
half
like
a second.
I like to think movies where you can recover
Sure.
or eject at the last minute.
No, G-force must
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
vaporize.
Okay. So next plane?
Vaporize.
The next one is us. That is the D-21.
Now that looks like somebody just got a little inventive with a paper airplane
Or just photoshopped an SR-71.
and said, "We're just gonna like make the wings go all the way back because it totally looks cool."
But
Yeah.
you know the cool thing about the D-21?
Oh, we forgot the
It
pilot!
didn't work.
It didn't work, but when they tested it, it could go faster than the SR-71.
Right into the ground.
Where
Well,
where
yes.
would the pilot sit in this?
It's a drone. So there is
So
no
never
pilot.
mind.
Yes.
He would sit in the comfort of a lounge chair.
Yeah.
No, this was drone. This is no pilot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he would sit in the comfort of a lounge chair.
Exactly.
So he would just be like, "I could fly a plane."
Yeah.
Brad, you're the pilot of that plane. Ooh, what's that one?
And it's a D-21 on the back of an SR-71.
Oh, I get it. Look at that. It's like a little mini me.
Wait, they were
So
going to put a
that
drone on the back of an SR-71?
They did.
Re-
That was how it was supposed to be launched.
Really?
Actually,
Didn't work.
according to the
What
story,
do you mean, it didn't detach? What
No,
happened?
it would detach and then it would hit the SR-71.
So it's just
that's why I usually launch it from underneath, not on top. But Anyway,
That's what she said?
they said it's usually launched on the M12, which is a variable of the A12 in the story.
Okay.
But, anyway, this thing flew at Mach 3.5, which
Supposedly.
equivalent is 2,685 miles per hour and can get up to 90,000 feet.
Yep.
Crazy.
Where's the atmosphere end?
Well, I mean, it
90,001.
I'll put it this way: at 120,000 feet, the air is about 0.005% as dense as it is at sea level.
0.005.
Yeah.
That's pretty thin.
Yeah.
0.005.
5. Yes.
Pretty thin.
So there's almost no atmosphere. Like up there,
Yeah.
it's probably like 0.1. You
So
know?
you have 5 thousandths.
It's very,
oxygen.
very little atmosphere.
Yeah. Wow. I wouldn't be able to breathe.
No.
Be cold.
Your blood would boil.
True.
It'd be cold. I'd be comfortable then, boiling and cold.
Actually, no, because you actually it gets warmer when you get up above a certain point.
Yay, warm.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, next.
Weird.
Yeah.
Another one that Brad guessed, the F-117 Nighthawk,
Yep. Which was retired a while ago.
which is sad.
But that one looks so cool.
It does.
This is the first stealth attack jet. 66 feet long, 43-foot wingspan, and thanks to its origami-looking badass body of it,
I don't know why they call it an attack jet, for the simple fact that like it can't get into a dogfight with another jet.
Well, because it's just
Well,
going to go
that'd be a
phew,
fire.
right past it.
It's an attack jet because all it does is drop bombs.
Yes, hence the F designation.
Well, the F designation was stupid because that means fighter. It should have been.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So we're arguing for the same thing.
Yes, we are.
So
yay.
enjoy this.
Like all aircraft nerds, we're arguing about the same thing for the same thing, but we're fighting each other.
So
anyway.
basically, Rob is
Exactly.
showing
We're
us
fighting.
his
A-
plain porn killer.
Yeah.
That's what I said to Jay when I was
Yeah.
like, you realize this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all his dirty photos.
So it's an atypical nerd fight where they're
Yeah.
fighting the same thing but
Yeah.
against each other. So anyway, but thanks to that body shape and because of the type of paint they use, it actually absorbs life.
Yep.
It has a radar cross section of 0.001 square meters, which is approximately the size of a bumblebee.
Actually, you know, the type of paint they use is actually little tiny steel balls that are
Ball.
embedded in the paint. And what it does is, just because of the way that is shaped, it causes the radar to get trapped in between the steel balls in the paint,
Balls.
so it's trapped,
rather than reflect back
it's trapped in the plane's balls.
of steel.
I love it.
That's awesome. I was going to count it, but I can't count it.
Somehow somebody with a shoulder-mounted rocket launcher managed to shoot one down.
Yeah, well, details.
Fly higher. Anyway.
Yep.
The next one, I'm going to try to pronounce it right, but I'll probably fail. The Tacit Blue.
Actually, on my list I had the Sentinel, but okay, I'll go to the Tacit Blue.
You're out of order by one.
There you go, Tacit Blue.
Or as they called it, the Whale.
It looks like a limo that...
It never saw combat. It was never designed to see
Gee, I
combat.
wonder why I didn't see combat. It doesn't look too nimble.
Oh,
Well, this
it gets uglier.
this is kind of like
Oh, good.
this is like a precursor to like the B-2.
This is the plane of the future because it's big and flat and white.
Well, they're testing a bunch of
don't
like
know.
radar absorbing and
Materials
and
yeah.
features and stuff like that they would roll into the B-2 and other planes of that ilk.
So basically, put something together, see if it flies, see if we can see it.
It was a test bed, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it was to test stealth
Yeah.
technology. That's all it was.
White, not so good.
Now you want to go to the Sentinel?
Sure.
This would be the RQ-170 Sentinel.
See, that one looks cool.
Also known as the Beast of Kandahar.
Yeah, that one looks awesome.
That's actually currently in active service.
Really?
It's active use by the Air Force and the CIA.
And they're working on, they
And
started
Facebook.
doing carrier landings with those.
Really?
Yeah, automated
Carrier
landings.
landings and carrier takeoffs?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. This one actually is
Oh, wow.
believed to have helped track down Osama
That
bin
is
Laden.
not
too.
as big as I thought it was.
No, they're not terribly huge.
So that's a drone, too.
Yeah, this is on display in Iran after they shot one down. Did it shoot it down or would it just fall out of the
I think they made it out of foam, but all right.
What they should do with all these planes have like a self-destruct button. Just in
They
case.
do. Hey, there's the ground. Yeah.
Found it.
Actually, they've been having trouble with that without
Finding the
doing
ground?
that. Well, yeah, a lot of the Predator drones have had electrical failures and kind of just fall out of the sky.
But besides that, they work fine.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fine otherwise, yeah.
And our last one, which Brad had guessed, the B-2 Spirit.
The big boy.
The
Yep.
big boy. The classic
$2 billion.
B2. Yeah, that's why I call it the B, $1 billion Spirit.
Yeah. B2 for $2 billion.
Yeah.
Ha! I didn't even think of that, but all right.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Yeah, it is.
This is classified as, I believe, that's a nice
Bomber.
picture. A long-range tactical stealth bomber, because basically you're never going to see it. It's just all of a sudden your country's going to be in big nuclear cloud.
Engulfed in.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
just going
go.
to be a cloud.
Yep.
Well, look, I've been
us after
atomized.
Chilly Night.
What?
Engulfed in a cloud.
Yeah.
That's true. Has an operational range of 6,000 miles or 10,000 miles if it refuels in midair.
All right.
Now, how far is that?
Along.
What, 8,000 miles?
Yeah.
That's
How
like...
far? Do you know how far it is across America?
It can.
It's like from... 8,000 miles is like going from L.A.
Here to Hawaii?
to Berlin
In one go.
in one go.
It can cross the Pacific twice
Yeah.
Without filling it up.
without ever setting wheels on ground.
Ooh.
It can do all that.
Why don't we book a flight with that?
And they plan, according to the Air Force, they plan on keeping those bad boys going until 2058. Right
All right.
now.
There you go.
So, why can't we...
That might be a little beyond our price range.
What if I win Powerball?
$2.1 billion.
Well, considering it's down to 9 million, no.
Damn it.
Yeah, no. What else we got for tech news?
As you had alluded to before, Star Wars Episode 8 has been delayed until December of 17.
And a million nerds cried out at once.
No, a
But
million,
here's the thing.
million nerds celebrated at once. Because that means December.
Sure.
December.
To remember.
December.
To remember.
Yeah, I think I'd rather not wait the extra 6 months.
Oh,
They'll be
please.
done with it. It'll be in the can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
but that,
sitting there
okay.
waiting.
So you can go December, May, December. What is it? What would it be? Yeah, December, May. I mean, you're waiting in between. It's gonna. Never mind. I'd rather have December.
But there were two other movies it was going to go against, which was Avatar 2, which Rob just saw today that it was pushed back. And the one I'm waiting for, actually, is Spielberg's Ready Player One.
Yes.
Which is the movie adaptation of the book.
Which you got to think that they're talking to Spielberg and saying, hey, you might want to move your date or something like that, because Spielberg does have a lot vested in Star Wars too.
But see, here's the thing. I would have loved if they kept Avatar there, because I just would have taken
A day off.
probably an entire weekend. No, probably just a day. And I would have just seen
Star Wars.
Avatar, then Star Wars, then Ready Player One, and the same theater. I just see everyone in IMAX somehow. I'd hold people hostage until they made that happen.
Or just buy 3 tickets.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I can't wait for Ready Player One. I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be cool. Netflix is coming out with their own sci-fi mystery called Altered Carbon, which is actually a make-off
What's
of
it about? What's 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 it about?
Carbon that's altered.
Oh,
Yeah.
go on.
Set in the 25th century and builds a world in which human consciousness can be stored digitally and then downloaded into a new person. So basically, you'll never die because they just take your consciousness, upload it, download it into a new body, and you keep going.
So they took 2 really bad
Creepy.
movies and turned it into a TV show.
Yeah.
Which were? What?
Lucy and something else that Johnny Depp was in that was completely boring.
Johnny Mnemonic?
No.
I don't know.
No, it was like Transparency or something. Transcendence, thank you.
Sure.
Where they both kind of became computers.
I'm a computer.
In the case of Scarlett Johansson, she became a thumb drive.
Yeah. Well, no, all
a
the knowledge or
thumb
something
drive.
Oh
like
my
that.
god, I'd love for her to be a thumb drive.
A thumb. No, you wouldn't. She's a thumb. It's not Scarlett Johansson at that point. It's just a thumb drive
That's okay.
with all the
All right,
knowledge in the
any-
world.
You let me worry about that. Here's something that Brad and I touched on last week.
Scarlett Johansson?
I wish. So they said that within the next few months, 4K Blu-ray players are going to be shipping. 4K DVDs are going to be coming.
No one's going to care.
Nope.
And that is exactly what this story... It's not really a story. It's more like an editorial. That's what they
Yeah.
said.
What's it?
No one's going
There's
to care.
going to be a couple video files to be like, all right, 4K, this is the premiere format. It's going to be the best possible quality I can get.
Wait. You just wait. 8K's coming next.
Yeah, exactly. Except for
But
the
you
fact...
can't see that with the human eye. I think that's resolution
Sure you can.
beyond our... That's still within our eyesight to pick up.
8K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? How many Ks
All right,
until we reach our
so
threshold?
this is not a good... This is not a good parallel because the eye doesn't see in pixels.
Well, it should.
But in a rough equivalent,
Maybe
there's
yours
That's true.
Everybody's
the
just a big block in
the
my...
resolution, and once again using that as a term, or the definition that your eye can pick up, decreases. So the center of your vision, you notice wherever you're looking, it's like, like looking at my hand here, you know what this says, but if you look here, you couldn't read what this is if you're looking at my hand.
No, I can see shapes and stuff like that.
You can see, you can maybe make out the color.
Yeah, I can obviously, I can tell the brown and the white. I can tell that there's like O's there. I can see the holes in the O's and.
Right. If I'm looking at my hand, I can see like
you can see
like,
the shapes.
I can't read it until it's right about like here.
Yeah, exactly.
So the center of your eye is called the fovea. Okay. And your fovea has about the equivalent of 8K resolution. Okay, that's not a good equivalent. It's analog. It's completely different.
Analog to real.
But the sort of like your complete field of vision is around 32 megapixels.
So my camera, roughly.
Yeah, which is actually around 8K.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Which is great, but here's the thing.
So if an 8K TV fills your vision. There you go. Yeah. Nailed it.
But here's what they were saying in this editorial.
Look at an 8K TV right here.
You wait.
Actually,
we'll have some
right
VR goggles that do that. That'll be amazing.
Yeah. Netflix launched 4K on their streaming service 2 years ago, back in 2014.
And they still have jack shit for content.
They have like
there's not a lot because the companies that are producing all this stuff aren't really putting it out there yet because there's
nothing out there for it.
Yeah, they said 4K TVs are now starting to become the norm.
Yep.
So just like 1080 was the norm. So now they're starting to come out with all the 4K TVs. Everyone's starting to just replace and through attrition. Yeah. So now you're going to start seeing more stuff roll out. I've seen Netflix has some more 4K movies and stuff. All their original series are in 4K.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a 4K TV?
Yes.
Wait, do you have a 4K? So I'm the only one. I'm basically just waiting for my TV to break, and then.
Oh, you can keep waiting.
Well, that's because we don't have a girlfriend to buy stuff for.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
So here's the thing: they're saying you're 2 years behind where you should have been.
Yeah.
4K came out 2 years ago, where it started really coming out. Now you're just coming out
with a Blu-ray player.
With a 4K Blu-ray player.
Sure, but here's the thing:
it's going to go the way of the Laserdisc.
Well, that's
it's
exactly
like, ooh, that's awesome.
It's a matter of how easy it is. It's like, all right, if I have a 4K TV and I can pop open Netflix, and yes, there's a limited selection, but guess what? It's still going to be a bigger selection than I'm going to be able to get on that disc thing, and I really have to buy my whole I just bought it on Blu-ray. Now I have to buy it on 4K Blu-ray? Really? You're going to make me pay another $30 for the movie I already spent $30 on so I can watch it a little bit higher resolution? You know what? I haven't even watched that movie. It's still in the wrapper.
And can you watch your Blu-ray on your 4K stuff? Like your normal, like if you had a 4K Blu-ray player, and a 4K TV, you can still watch your Blu-rays.
Yeah,
it'll just be in Blu-ray quality.
It's like your Blu-ray can play your regular DVD.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
would your 4K be able to play your DVDs?
Sure.
Yeah.
But why?
It's not going to look much better, but.
I mean, maybe. What about my Full House collection?
Oh, that's going to look amazing.
It's amazing.
Fuller House is coming.
I know.
Anyway. And that's the argument they said. It's like, when you went from cassette to CD, that was a big deal. You went from analog to digital. Sure. When you went from VHS to DVD,
well, technically,
huge change.
I'm not going to lie. Going from regular Blu-ray to HDR, high dynamic range, I'm not going to explain what that is again, high dynamic range 4K, that's about the same amount of jump. But they've lost the concept of people care more about ease of access than they do about ultimate quality. If you can get me close through streaming, good enough.
That's
and
basically what they were alluding to.
That's why at this point, like after DVDs, I pretty much just refuse to buy any more physical media.
Yeah, and I've been buying a lot on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, $200 for the HD one.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy it.
Sure. Yeah.
And I watch that on my Xbox One or something like that. Perfectly fine with it.
Yep.
I don't care that I'm not watching enough. Now, there are certain things that I want the physical copy of, just because that's
but
part
those
of
are the ones you usually buy. That's like, okay, all right, the Batman movie series, I'll get the special edition is what you end up doing.
Yeah, it's like I have the Superman, like the big Superman case.
Right, exactly. And you want all the extras and the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
you don't want
or like the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah. This is something where you're like, I'm not buying this just to watch once. I'm buying this because I want the experience of going through the entirety of this movie.
Exactly. There's only one movie right now, and this is going to sound so stupid, that I absolutely want on Blu-ray just because.
Just Force Awakens. Sorry.
Oh,
now you're infected.
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
No. The Land Before Time. I know it's... I know it's gonna look like garbage because it's not been upscaled or anything like that. But no. But I grew up on it. I want it on.
Right.
Like I don't have anything that will play a VHS anymore.
No, I do.
So I want
I
want the disc version.
Yeah.
Here's some statistics from 2015 about all this. They said in 2015...
Nobody cares.
No, that's true.
Okay.
Blu-ray and DVD sales fell 12%.
I bet you it'll fall another 25% this year.
Yeah. Digital media sales jumped 16%.
Not a shocker. That'll
Let's see.
jump probably more too.
Digital sales also surpassed physical media purchases last year, clocking in at 8.9 billion, which is 0.9 billion from the year before.
Amazon's like...
Yeah. And actually, speaking of streaming services, streaming subscriptions in general, not just Netflix, Hulu, or whatever, 20% jumped to reach 5.7 billion. The cord cutter age is here, and then to try to revive the physical media years after, you're too late. You missed your window.
You missed it.
If you had released it 2 years ago,
Yeah, you might have something.
you might have had a shot.
Yeah, if you went with that over the 3D stuff...
There was a narrow window to capture that audience. You'll get those people who go, all right, I'll get the best format to protect myself against future technology, whatever. But, I mean, you look at that. DVD came out in 1996. We didn't really see Blu-ray come to fruition until at least what? 2009?
Yeah, I was going to say a little earlier than that, but yeah,
maybe
7,
8. Maybe
2008. All right, so we're talking 12 years.
Yeah.
Now to go from the very first Blu-ray to when we're talking about 4K format, we've cut that time in half. Okay. You had enough time between DVD and that to build that demand. Now that demand's gone because you still have people buying into the whole Blu-ray thing to begin with, and they're like, you know what? People are just like, screw it. Yeah.
I don't get it. But moving on. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Netflix, they just want to remind you in the next couple of months you're not going to be paying $8 anymore. If
It'll be 10. Oh.
Fact check. First Blu-rays commercially available was 2006.
It was, but I mean,
Didn't really
it was
catch up.
basically like 2 years
Commercially
before you
popular.
started
Yeah.
seeing. Wait. When did the PlayStation 3 come out?
I'm not sure what you said.
When did the PlayStation 3 come out?
You are sick. I don't understand you.
Let me think. Okay, I found this on the
Ah.
You want to show them up?
PlayStation 3 launched pretty much the end of 2006, so 2007. Because that was the first PlayStation 3 was the first mass market Blu-ray player.
Oh, yeah,
So you're talking
absolutely.
2007, really picks up
'cause
around
the
2008.
The
Yeah.
PS3 got into the battle with Xbox
Yeah.
for the HD DVD.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
And it's like, oh yeah. It's all right. Someone bought it full price for you, then it was like $29 the next week.
They bought it for Christmas for me,
Yep.
and it was $29.
We should have gotten you the HD DVD thing in Hawaii when we yeah, I know.
I still looked when we were there last time.
Yeah, we did.
and
I don't want it.
No.
No.
Bad memories.
If anybody wants to buy an HD DVD player,
for cheap. Anyway,
$5.
Netflix.
I spent it on ice cream.
Netflix is planning on getting 600 hours of original shows in the coming years. There's rumor of a new Matt Groening series coming out, who is the inventor maker of The Simpsons and Futurama.
Yep.
So he's rumored
Called
to coming
Futurama.
out.
Hopefully more Futurama.
It's Futuresons, and it's going to be awesome. And
Simsorama.
Simsorama.
I like that better. And they have some sort of, and maybe you know what it is, I don't, but there's some sort of sweeping new deal with Disney that's starting this year. I have no idea what it is either. And as I say, that stuff ain't coming free, so $2 more, I think we can survive.
Well, they announced that a while ago.
Yeah. Hey, we have a ninth planet again, and it's not Pluto this time.
Well, theoretically.
Theoretically, there's some big bastard floating around out there, and it takes 10 to 20,000 years for it to go around the sun, unlike our measly 365 days.
All right, let me give you the details. The reason people think this is, all right, so you have the 8 major planets, and then Pluto, the dwarf planet, sitting out there, right?
It's a planet.
Sure, whatever. But there are a bunch of things in the Oort cloud, like sort of Kuiper Belt objects, okay? Kuiper Belt objects are those things that are even further out, and they don't go in like a normal planetary orbit. They usually have elongated orbits, stuff like that, more like comets.
More of an oval than a squircle.
Yeah, so more than a squirrel.
Squircle.
Yeah, something like that. I'm drunk, leave me alone.
But they're saying the orbits of these Kuiper Belt objects that they've seen are unusual in that it looks like they've been influenced by a planet about 10 times the mass of the Earth. But if it is that, it would have to orbit somewhere around 200 astronomical units away from the sun. So to give you an idea of how far that is, the Earth is 1 astronomical unit away from the sun.
And how far
Which
are
is
these people?
65 million miles.
Pluto.
Or something like that.
Actually, no, or was it 2,000? No, it's 200. Right?
There's a 2 in there somewhere.
Pluto.
No, it was yeah, no, Pluto is between 49 and 80.
So,
I'm sorry,
heck-
30 between 39 and 80, depending on
The day.
on well the
the rotation.
yeah where it is in its orbit.
Or whatever, you know.
Yeah. So this
And these are
thing is
2,000.
way.
Like, barely even
Actually,
able
I
to
think
hang
it's
on.
2,000. Yeah, it's no, I think it's 2,000 or something like that. It's there's
So it's
1,000.
barely hanging on to the...
Gravity. Yeah, it's way the hell out there. So, in theory, there could be a mysterious planet, which we'll never be able to see because if it's that far out, almost no light's getting there anyway. So, trying to find it, and we don't even necessarily know exactly where to look. So, maybe someday someone will spot a little tiny dot way out there of a planet, Planet X, or
I haven't-
or X, or
I mean,
IX.
I mean,
for
it's
9.
cool to know that there might be another planet out there, but it ultimately serves us no purpose.
for now.
Unless that's where the aliens are hiding. You know what I say?
Until we find out it's made of chocolate.
Oh,
Then we're going.
delicious. You know what I say?
We'll just clone ourselves over and over and over
And over until we get there, yeah.
Just have SpaceX go up and just launch like a ton of flashlights, like
Yeah.
500 lumen flashlights, turn them on and just launch them towards it, and eventually you'll get there.
Speaking of which, do you have a story
Solar
about
power
their
flashlights.
most recent attempt?
No, it
The,
was
the successful
sad.
landing.
It stuck it and then
the
it broke it
successful
and then it-
landing and the unsuccessful falling over, resulting in a RUD.
And a what?
RUD.
It's a RUD.
Explosion.
It is a term used in rocket science called a rapid unscheduled disassembly. So if you hear a rocket scientist or someone in the industry say, yeah, or you can expect more RUDs before we get this right, or but the rocket ended up in a RUD.
But it landed.
It did land. It was like.
Well, they said that one of the legs broke because it landed a little too quickly.
It didn't break. What ended up happening was, all right, so
When I read it, they said that because
That
it
was
landed
the-
too
that was
hard,
the-
it went, and it's like, fuck.
that was the initial thought. So, but
4 legs next time.
what
4
they
legs.
ended up finding out was because they ended up launching like a whole bunch of fog and ice, and of course when they get up through the atmosphere, that gets colder.
It does.
A whole bunch of ice formed around the leg, so the leg came down. But there's what's called a collet, which essentially slides down to lock the leg in place. That got frozen from the ice, so that collet never came down to actually lock the leg in place.
Is that like the thing you use on a folding table so the legs don't bend? It's
Yes.
just a little locking ring?
Yes, basically.
Sweet.
A little more expensive.
Little.
But yeah,
It's a
same
bigger
concept.
Yes, yeah, it's like that big.
Yeah,
It's like,
It's not like that big. It's like that big.
it's like that.
It's like
it's
You
huge.
can't buy it at Ocean State. Okay,
says you.
Well, maybe now.
you gotta go to Target.
Well, now that it's been blown up, I probably can't get it at Ocean State.
Yeah,
But anyways, yeah. So it's like landed and then
it's like nailed it, and the gymnast
And
puts her
run.
hands up and falls right back over.
I love their terminology though. RUD, rapid unscheduled disassembly.
That's fantastic.
Cell phone.
What?
Setting you up.
Oh, RUD.
What happened to your cell phone?
It RUD.
What happened to your car?
RUD.
What happened to your relationship?
RUD.
What,
Big rod.
what happened to your flight simulator?
I'm working on it.
RUD.
No.
It's RUD.
No, that's when
Yeah.
he turns into an actual plane.
No, you haven't been home recently, have you?
He has a
Today.
camera on it at all times.
I do.
Yeah.
See live cam. It's sunny.
That's weird.
No, that's the
Yeah.
exterior lighting, so he can always see it.
It's true. Yeah, that's
Anyway,
it.
let's plow on through these girls.
It's aliens.
How much time do we have left?
20 minutes, 15 minutes,
We gotta do the top 3.
11 minutes.
We have 11 minutes.
We do. Don't worry, I'll go through them quick. Watch. Taser that you've always seen. Exactly.
Oh, sorry.
They're yeah.
Well, I didn't even touch it.
It's just After Effects. They're making a consumer version. It's going to be small. It can go into a pocketbook. It's going to be 5 1/4 by 4.5 inches. Weighs half a pound.
Really? That's how. Wait, how much are they gonna charge for this?
$400.
Oh.
That's how much they charge for just an electrical cable with a bare end you plug into the wall.
Yep. It's going to
I mean, we
come
can
with.
make
Charge
that-
for, I can go to Home Depot, get one right now for like $12.
Just get a couple batteries and it's just.
No, this is good plugging in and out
Remember-
with a bare wire. Like,
Yeah, but then you can't carry the around in your purse.
sure you can just get a big,
big purse.
marine. You get a purse with a marine battery in it and an AC inverter. Duh.
Come at me,
Yeah, come at me, bro.
'cause I'm not moving very fast.
Yeah.
Come on.
What do you think? You think that battery in the bottom of the baby carriage is for show?
My baby's supercharged.
I don't even have a baby.
Rechargeable batteries. You get 2
Well,
live taser
sure, you got to
cartridges.
put it on the car charger overnight.
2 live taser cartridges, laser-assisted targeting, and a 15-foot range from the taser cartridge.
What do you just strap the laser to the end of the bare power cord?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And you know the cool
This is
part?
a laser pointer.
Yeah. This is some electrical tape.
So either you're gonna know where you're aiming or really distract your cats.
Either way. And the cool part?
or really shock your cats.
You can't own it in Connecticut.
Why not?
Because they're illegal here.
It's non-lethal.
Doesn't matter. They're
I mean-
illegal for us.
Why?
Because
Connecticut
we live in
sucks.
Connecticut.
But somebody got stabbed at a car wash. I want to stun somebody.
Good luck. You're going to go to jail instead.
All right, so
Because you have an illegal
that only
electronic.
leaves me one option: stab you back. Just gonna pick up my knife.
Shoot him
Sad
in the
news.
face.
Sad news.
I don't have a gun.
Sad news, everyone.
Penthouse is going the way of Playboy, and they're
Oh,
going
no.
to discontinue their actual print as soon as it
Now,
doesn't-
how will I read the articles?
it's going to be all digital.
You can digitally read the
You can
articles.
digitally read the articles. They're going to keep printing until it becomes economically stupid. So basically, as long as they're turning a profit on the print, they'll keep doing it. Once that stops, shit canned, all digital.
They're just saying it's coming.
Ah! Yeah.
2 more. Amazon Echo, which you happen to own,
Yep.
can read books to you.
I saw that. I have a couple Kindle books. I've
You
thought
just
of
put a
that.
book in front of it, and it just kind of reads, and you just it's like
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, this
Read it
No,
again.
this electronic eye
Turn
comes out
the
and just
page
reads.
for me. I was thinking about that, and they had a sale on Amazon of all of the Calvin and Hobbes comic books. Seriously, they had all of the Calvin and Hobbes on Kindle for like $2 a piece. I bought like all of them. I spent like $20 on Calvin and Hobbes.
Good for you.
For Kindle. So I was thinking of having read Calvin and Hobbes and find how not funny that is anymore. Because it's read through Kindle without pictures
By a robot.
by a robot.
Yeah, but remember, you have a robot reading. It's not like Audible where someone actually just read the whole thing to you. So you're going to have an electronic voice. But anything that you've purchased from the Kindle store, borrowed from the Kindle owner's lending library, or the Kindle Unlimited portion of the show, or through the family library, it can read to you. You can skip chapters. You just can't tell it where to go.
So you just get
Go to hell. Go to hell.
Skip this chapter.
But you can tell it to pause and resume from where you stopped. So that's a plus. And finally, some cool dudes over at Jackson State University, which is somewhere, have created a smart mat for diabetics. What you do is you stand on it, and it can actually...
Oh, I thought you said a smart map.
No, mat.
It
M-A-T.
just it's a normal map, except it just removes like all the Dunkin' Donuts and Dairy Queens,
And Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yeah.
And
No, it's a
McDonald's.
smart mat, and this is for diabetics because, as you know... if-
Stop eating, fatty.
No, it's
It's
a
a talking
little
smart
little more helpful than that.
Okay. Stop eating, fatty. Have some celery.
All right, that is more helpful because it gives you an option on how to be better. But basically what happens is that obviously when you have diabetes and all the bad
said it
stuff
wrong.
starts happening.
Diabetes.
Thank you.
Diabetes.
Have you seen the cat video of that?
No.
No.
Oh my God.
Well, while you do that,
All right.
it affects the circulation in the lower limbs. When that happens, there can be a temperature change in both feet. This mat can detect the temperature change and can actually tell you shit's going bad a lot faster than it normally would.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do I have to? It's
That is all.
That's fantastic. So it's it's an early detection. It costs them about $500 to make, so that's probably what they're going to charge for it eventually. But if it can save a limb or your life, I'm thinking $500 is worth it.
Yeah.
And that's it with about 6 minutes to go.
There you go. All right. Well, we just want to
5
get to what
minutes
we
ago.
learned today.
What about top 3?
We have, all right, the quickest top 3 in the history and count. What's our top 3, Jay?
There is none.
Okay, fine.
Here's what I learned.
We'll go through a couple. Oh,
I learned that these cookies are forkin' delicious.
what are they, Jay?
These are brand new Milano banana chocolate cookies. and I'm a
Lily
huge.
flavored.
They are flavored like lilies.
Okay.
And you can't have one because you're evidently chewing gum. Would you like to try one?
I would. Here. Thank you.
I love banana. Anything that's flavored banana, I love.
That's what
So
she said.
that's true. As soon as I saw this, I'm like,
May I have a cookie?
get me. Absolutely.
I don't have any more gum.
Oh, that's good. It probably lost its flavor like
Oh, a long time ago.
a month and a half ago.
Oh my god, it smells a lot like banana.
Well, that's good.
That's good. They do have orange and mint and a few other flavors they came out with, but I saw banana, so I bought out. The only place I found this, Target.
Really?
Stop and Shops don't have it. Wally World doesn't have it. I don't think Price Chopper had that I saw, but I don't go into Price Chopper because...
Is it good? Yes, I do prefer either the double dark chocolate or the chocolate and orange, though. That's my favorite. But that is good.
It's really
Thank you.
good.
Make me happy.
We'll do a couple news stories. Hey, did you
4
know
minutes.
LeBron James is behind a new TV show about...
LeBron.
Wait, I got to do this in newscaster voice. Is behind a new TV show about 2 former pro football quarterbacks who are bitter rivals, but wind up hosting a TV show together as sportscasters. Now We're Talking will star Tommy Dewey and Tug Coker as players turned talk show hosts,
Those sound
along
like
with
fake
professional
names.
athletes who make cameo appearances in the 7 shows of the first and so far only season. Shows will only be available on the mobile platform Go90, which is currently only available in the U.S., and some content is exclusive to Verizon wireless customers.
Yeah, yes.
The mobile app is available on iTunes and Google Play. If it's on Go90, you won't find it because no one will ever watch it because no one knows what the app Go90 is.
These
Or how
guys
it
wait.
works.
These guys are supposed to be retired.
Yes.
He doesn't look old. He looks like
They can age him. Add some gray hair in there, something like that.
That and, you know...
Maybe he just got a broken leg on
I
or
was gonna
something
say,
like that.
2 years and you get a busted shoulder and now you're worthless to them.
what's the other guy's name?
Tug Coker.
That's a real name.
Yes. Tugcoker.
His the third one is Crunch Squat Thrust. You want to look him up?
Yeah. A motorist in China was arrested for driving without a
Pants.
steering wheel.
Is that bad?
The unidentified man allegedly drove 14 miles using a wrench to turn the steering column in the place of the steering wheel. Police say the
I
man
do
claimed
that.
he was trying to navigate the vehicle to a repair shop and didn't want to pay for a tow truck. Let's see.
Well, I think you have to pay for a tow truck with children.
That too.
Yeah. 3 minutes. Make them count.
Hey, some Minneapolis residents are making the best of frigid temperatures. Twin Cities locals have started deliberately freezing their pants and turning them into icy sculptures. Pairs of frozen jeans standing
Frozen.
upright in people's
saw
front
this.
yards have been popping up all over social media. Tom Grodding thinks he may have been the first to do it. Grodding posted a photo of his frozen jeans on the I Love Northeast Minneapolis Facebook group. He's the only member. Last Friday, but he says he's actually been creating the frozen jean art for about 3 years now. Grodding describes the activity as, quote, lowbrow entertainment.
You're just freezing pants.
Yes. So
So Brad,
diabetes. What did you learn today, Pat?
Funniest cat ever.
I learned that is a pretty funny cat.
Yes.
That I'm gonna now have the flu.
Yep.
And
You're welcome.
That Jay
Hi.
is amazing.
Yes, that's true.
Jay, what did you learn today?
Those are really good.
They are really good.
That's about
I
it.
thought you knew that already, though.
Yeah, but now everyone else knows too.
Okay.
Limited edition, so if you find them, buy them.
Here you go.
I bought 400 packages of it.
So there are no more.
Nice.
They're all in your
Not-
freezer.
If
not
you
in
find them,
Dorrington.
not in Dorrington, but yeah.
Not anymore.
Is that all you learned?
That's it.
Brad, what'd you learn today?
In a minute or less.
I
Well, that's it.
You know what you learned today? It's where people can find us.
learned more than that.
Well,
we got like a
You
minute.
didn't. You taught all of us everything. You taught me my own news stories.
Oh, well, I
I thought I knew and then I didn't know. I was like, why am I
learned-
learning when I already know this?
But then you relearned. Now you know.
Yay, now I know.
learned.
Knowing is half the battle.
Gee, I Jose.
No, you know what I learned? I learned that they had that weird ass plane launching on top of the SR-71 Blackbird. That I'm usually up to speed on all the
The nerd stuff?
Yeah, the airplane nerd stuff, but that I did not know. That was news to me, so that I didn't learn. So, for all the stuff that is important, Facebook.com/NSLSTV.
Twitter.com/NSLSTV.
You'll get it one of these days.
I got it. I already did some.
Jay.
YouTube.
What about it?
.com/NSLSTV.
What's there?
It's our
Or NSLSTV@gmail.com. Email us.
Email
We're
us.
lonely. NSLSTV. NSLSTV@gmail.com. Email us.
What about
Even if it's
CompuServe?
just to say you suck.
CompuServe.
CompuServe.
We're on there.
No, we're not.
NSLSTV.
Missed any part of the show? Midnight replay. It's on a midnight. If this is the midnight replay, you've missed it there. You're just going to have to wait 5 months for me to put this damn thing on YouTube. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You had your chance. You had 2 chances to watch the show.
Side note, no show next week because you're not here.
Bummer.
Not
But
for you.
Radio Boys. Good night, everyone.